All right, everybody. I made it to Canada's Wonderland. Man, I am so excited to get into this today. I am excited to get in and start riding some coasters, specifically that one right there. It'll be my first B&M Giga and my second Giga. So I'm excited. Let's do this. All right, guys, here we are in Canada's Wonderland. You got the famous Canada flag and the flowers and Wonder Mountain back there. Honestly, this, I can't decide if I like this or Kings Island's better. I think I like this much better than Kings Island, actually. I prefer this entrance to Kings Island. Looks very nice. And it honestly feels refreshing to be in this size of park that's not a Six Flags park. So, yeah. We'll find out what we're doing first here in a second. All right, so we decided that since it's a brand new 2019 edition, might as well start with Yukon Striker. Even though I've never been to Canada's Wonderland before, we thought, why not just start with a new one? So I'm gonna ride that, probably get out of the way, but I'll actually probably come back to it because it's one of the better rides in the park. So, yeah. All right, we are walking up to where Yukon Striker is. Obviously, it's right here. And honestly, it looks a lot like Volare, which Valraven's not a bad ride. It's just not intense or crazy or anything like that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Yukon Striker's like. That part's gonna be really cool where it goes through Vortex's helix into the underwater or underground into the tunnel and then back out. That's gonna be super cool. Oh, here it goes. I'll get it dropping. I'll have better ride footage, but there it goes. Right down in that tunnel and right back out. Oh man. I'm actually looking forward to this quite a bit. So we just rode Yukon Striker. Overall, I mean, it was, for what it is, it was solid. I mean, obviously it's gonna be smooth, but it was a little bit more forceful than I was expecting. Not really that forceful. I still like Sheikra better because it doesn't have the vest restraints or anything like that. Overall, it was better than I was expecting, honestly. And I forgot to mention, but we rode Mindbuster before, and people say it needs to be RMC'd, and I say the only reason that needed to be RMC'd is because the layout does nothing. Like the airtime hills give you no airtime, nothing happens on it. Other than that, it's not rough or anything like that. It was just kind of lame. So now I think we're gonna head over to Behemoth because I'm looking more forward to Behemoth and Leviathan than Yukon Striker. But we did conquer the first large B&M of the day. Yee. Well, you know what we gotta do? We gotta get the SLC out of the way. We're gonna ride flight deck. Ugh. I came over here to get the SLC out of the way to give Behemoth a little more time to show its line to, you know, chillax a little bit, and then we're just taking the time to ride the SLC. Ugh. All right, so flight deck here gets 12 out of 10 concussions from me. Oh man, that was terrible. Not as bad, almost as bad as Mind Eraser, almost. But oh my gosh, yeah, 12 out of 10 concussions from me. That's not a good thing. If it was on a good scale, I'd get -6 out of 10. Shout out to all the ride signs that make me feel like I'm in Planet Coaster. Man, I love it. I'm relieved to say, after riding that terrible Vekoma SLC, I am on my way to ride this beauty right here. Yay. Yo, I'm low-key still on Team Ziz. I think they should have named Yukon Striker Ziz. They would have had Leviathan, Behemoth, and Ziz. I'm still on that train. I want to be on that train though. Let's go. So Behemoth for me is a solid B&M hyper. Not as good as like Mako or Goliath at Six Flags Over Georgia, but it was pretty close with Diamondback in my opinion, which is a good thing. I still like Diamondback, just not as much. It was pretty solid, and the downward helix it had at the end, that was really good as well. Also, they have koi in the little river thing here. That's pretty cool. You don't see that very often. And we're also going to try to ride backlot next. One improvement so far of this one from Kings Island is there's actually water in this one. Last time I was at Kings Island, there was no water. So we'll see how the rest of the ride is. Yeah, so compared to Kings Island, this one kind of sucks. They didn't have the middle, like the mid-course brake run. They didn't have like the show, like the fire, the effects. None of the effects were going, and it didn't seem near as forceful as the one at Kings Island or as fast. So it was all right, but I much prefer the one at Kings Island. So I'm not sure where we're headed next, but we'll find out and I'll let you guys know. You know what? It's happening. And even as much as people say this thing sucks, I am intrigued to ride it because it's unique. It's kind of weird. It's this Imperial Volare, or Volare, however you pronounce it. But people say this sucks, but I'm intrigued. Here we go. Ow. Ow. Dude. Ooh. Talk about headbanging. I'd rather ride flight deck than that. Oh, that was terrible. Oh my goodness. It was, okay, I will say the good thing was it was unique. You don't see it very often. Good thing. Good thing that you don't see it very often. It was weird and it was kind of a unique coaster, but other than that, it's absolute garbage. Ugh. We're now going to ride Vortex. So there's a diving show going on at Wonder Mountain, and I didn't actually know that they did this. It's actually really interesting. Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing, but it's pretty cool. I'll get his dive. Cool. So just rode Vortex. It was pretty solid. I like the scenery of it. For an aero suspended coaster, it was pretty, you know, normal. But now it's Leviathan time. I am extremely excited. Here we go. Alright, so Leviathan here was absolutely incredible. Now, granted, the only other Giga coaster I have ridden at this point is Millennium Force. So I think it's much better than Millennium Force. I think it's very, very solid. I think it's a very great ride. It was awesome. Super fast, tall, everything like that. It was absolutely amazing and I loved it. On to Dragonfire. Oh boy. So after riding Leviathan, we're going to take a major step down and ride Dragonfire. Overall, Dragonfire wasn't bad. You know, just your regular aero looper, not terrible. But after riding Leviathan, it was a lot worse. But it was all right. All right, we're gonna try out Wild Beasts. Oh boy. So overall, Wild Beast was definitely rougher than the Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, but honestly, it had really good elements. It had some cool turns and good airtime, and it even had almost kind of a wave turn in there. It was weird. It wasn't really a wave turn. It was just like a banked airtime hill. But like, honestly, that one, Wild Beast could use a GCI retrack. You know, keep the same layout, everything with better track, make it a little smoother. Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, if RMC works with Canada's Wonderland, that's the one they need a RMC, because the layout's boring. Not really that it's extremely rough, it's just that the layout doesn't do much. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the two wooden coasters at Canada's Wonderland. I still gotta do the two in the mountains, so I'm gonna go ahead and do those. Thunder Run? I was just at Canada's Wonderland. How the heck did I get to Kentucky Kingdom? Thunder Run. I've been really interested in riding Wonder Mountain's Guardian all day, so we're gonna check that out now. So as far as a dark ride shooter goes, that was kind of lame. I'm glad I got the credit at least, but the ride overall wasn't that fun. Now I'm gonna go ride their Wild Mouse, and then yeah, then hopefully ride Leviathan again, because I'm almost done with all the credits here. It's been a good day though. I love this place. So my friend Bennett, you guys might know him as Coaster Dolphin, or probably know him as Coaster Dolphin, suggested I try Fruitopia here at Canada's Wonderland, and so I did, and it is really, really good. I also highly recommend, if you guys come to Canada's Wonderland, try some Fruitopia. It's really good. Apparently you can't get it like anywhere else but here. So I highly recommend it. All right, so since we finished riding every coaster for the first time and getting the credit, we've been going back around and trying to ride again. Well, the top three, Leviathan, Behemoth, and Yukon Striker, we're riding those again. And I'm gonna try to get a night ride on Leviathan, and we're going to ride Behemoth right now. So hopefully this all works out. Well, I'll let you know. Here we go. All right, so in one day, I managed to squeeze in getting every credit at Canada's Wonderland, and I came back, I rode Behemoth on a dusk ride, so it's like almost a night ride. Then we went to Yukon Striker and got a night ride, and then I came back and rode Leviathan twice in the nighttime, and it was absolutely incredible. Honestly, this day was awesome. Canada's Wonderland is amazing. I highly recommend you do come visit if you ever get the chance. Definitely come visit Canada's Wonderland. I can't tell you guys how refreshing it is to visit a Cedar Fair park after going to so many Six Flags parks, because as far as like large corporate parks is like owning a bunch of parks like Cedar Fair and Six Flags, Cedar Fair is just so much better at it. I'm not gonna lie. There are good Six Flags parks and there are great rides at Six Flags parks, but overall experience, I love the Cedar Fair feel. Kings Island, Cedar Point, and now Canada's Wonderland. Those are the three I've been to. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a big fat thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.